What's going on, everybody? It is your man Cleveland Terry, back with another news report. Yeah, we haven't done these in a while. The news has been a little slow lately, but over the last week and a half, we've gotten a lot of new things that I feel like wouldn't necessarily be good on its own, but put them all together, and I think you got a really good video. So today we're gonna be talking about two new pieces of gear, well, kind of new, that have been released with some customizations that you're probably gonna like. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Serato DJ Pro update, and Serato Studio got a massive update, so we're gonna spend a little time talking about that. You guys ready? This is the news. So first things first, Serato DJ Pro got a point release update, adding some nice features to some of these older mixers. Specifically, the Reloop Elite mixer finally gets Scratch Bank. Look, I've been saying this for a while now. Scratch Bank isn't specific to only certain devices. If Serato wanted to do this, I'm pretty sure they could release Scratch Bank for any device. While I'm happy that Reloop got the Scratch Bank, I'm just a little disappointed that they haven't released this across the board and just allowed for everybody to have Scratch Bank. Knowing that my DDJ 1000 does not work with Scratch Bank, knowing that it probably could, is a little frustrating to me. So I understand it's a way to keep people buying new gear, and the Reloop Elite is technically a flagship mixer, so they want to make sure that all the flagships have the Scratch Bank software associated with it. Makes sense. Just would love to see it on the 1000 also. It's one of my favorite things about the Rane 1, having the Scratch Bank. Speaking of the Rane 1, several updates for the Rane 1 are in this new point release, specifically fixing a bug where you added a secondary laptop, the Rane 1 platters would stop moving. Looks like there has been some new driver support to support Big Sur. Have I updated to Big Sur? No. And I'm probably not going to do it for a while. Catalina's been doing me well. There's no reason to not upgrade it to the new point release. Get it while it's hot. It's only gonna help your system out, especially if you're a Rane user, S11 user, or a Reloop user. This has been a little bit of a weird month. We've gotten two signature releases over the past 2 weeks that have turned a lot of heads. Let's talk about the first one. That is the DDJ 1000 Off-White. This is a custom collaboration with Off-White, and as you can see by the colorware, it's beautiful. It's this white on white design with the orange trim, the orange cutting off one of the right decks. A lot of people don't like it because it's asymmetrical. I love it. I'm also a big fan of orange. It is a beautiful looking piece of tech. Now, there is a caveat here, because you can buy a DDJ 1000 for about $1,200, $1,300. This particular model selling for $1,799. So we're talking about a $500 increase for the one-of-a-kind piece of hardware. Now, it is a limited edition, so the price is always going to go up on limited edition. You're not going to be able to get this. It's going to sell out, and that's going to be it. As a matter of fact, myself included, when I looked at some of the release notes and they talked about an updated Magvel fader and all of these enhancements, I assumed that there were actual enhancements to the board. That's actually not correct. This is the same DDJ 1000 that has been around for the past several years. Now, one thing to note, it will not work with Serato. This is a record box version only. Of course, it will work with Virtual DJ. They are actually a partner. If you are a Virtual DJ or record box user and you love the DDJ 1000, or you've been on the fence and maybe you're thinking about something, well, this is a nice little piece of flex. Is it expensive? Yes. Is it one of a kind? Yes. Could you go to a 12-inch skins and probably get a wrap for it? Yes. Would it cost you far less than $500? Of course. But, you know, a flex is always a flex. If you want to get some of those limited edition Jordans, you're going to pay the price for them. The same applies to this. Speaking of signature pieces, our man A-Trak has been working together with Rane to release a fully customized Rane 70. This thing is a beauty. Silver finish, rotary knobs. I actually love the way it looks. I've said it for a long time, I'm gonna continue to say it. The Rane 70 is one of my favorite mixers that has been released in the past 2 years, and this is only going to make it better. Now, with this one, the Rane 70 typically retails at about $14.99. This particular model retails at $16.99. What does $200 get you? Well, it gets you a lot more than the Off-White. With this one, you get obviously the fit and finish of this mixer, but you also get some enhancements like the fader effects, things that couldn't be found on the Rane 70 before. Could it be done on the Rane 70 if you had a little MIDI mapping knowledge? Maybe, I'm not really sure. I don't have a A-Trak edition with me right now, so that's speculation on my part. If you really want to get more information on it, Mojax at DJ City did a extremely thorough video on it, so please go check that out. But as far as getting your money's worth, I'm gonna say this right now. Most of the time when there's some sort of a custom designed mixer, they charge $100 to $200 more, and the only thing different about it is the custom designed part, the faceplate. Everything else, the internals are exactly the same. This is the first time where they actually put in some customization internally, which makes the cost increase much easier to swallow. For the price, for what they've done with it, it is a beautiful, beautiful piece of tech. And if I didn't have my Rane 70, I would definitely look at buying the A-Trak version because it's gorgeous. And last but not least, for all you DJ producers out there, especially people that have been using Serato Studio like myself, you've probably seen some of my older videos on Serato Studio. I'm a big fan of it. It's not like Ableton. It's its own animal, and for what it does things really good. However, if you remember my videos, there were a couple of things that I was frustrated with. Some things that I could work around, but it would have been nice if they had that. Well, with this new update, they finally have, I want to say, kind of crossed the bridge. Now they're in deep competition with the people like Ableton, Logic, even Pro Tools, because ding, 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 you can finally add your own vocals in. You can add vocals, you can add your own instruments. All of those things can be done within Serato Studio. That is the game changer. That is the one thing that stops most people from completely diving into Serato Studio, because you can't record vocals. It becomes more of just a little, I do my scratch work on here, then I transfer it over to Ableton, and then I get my real work done, or I transfer it into Pro Tools and get my real work done. Now you can get your real work done within Serato Studio. When you click on your new beat or even your remix, if you go into your settings and then you click on your audio input, it's going to list anything plugged in that has audio capabilities. I have my Zoom L8, so we're gonna use that. When you are ready to record, it's as simply as going to Song View. Let's add some audio, and now you can see this becomes active. You can click on this and it has all the potential channels that are active on this particular device. We're gonna do mono input 1, and we're gonna do a little sound check. Let's turn on my microphone. And we're gonna use the pod mic here. And now you can see the levels coming through. Check, check, check. All you have to do is hit record. Check 1 2 1 2. This is your man Cleveland Terry. We are recording in Serato Studio. This is the first time we're going to be doing this, testing out the sound. It's just as easy as that. We're done. You go ahead and hit your stop, and all of your audio is now here. So if we go back and play it, check 1 2 1 2. This is your man Cleveland Terry. We are recording in Serato Studio. This is the first time we're going to be doing this, testing out the sound. Now, one of the cool things about what they've done here is you can record your vocals, but you can also record samples from your records. You can record a guitar leg, you can record a bass. You can treat this just like any sound that was in your system already. So you can go ahead and create your custom pads. There's one, and we can say, this is one pad. We can come over to here, We can make that 2, and we can turn that into a custom pad. Now what's great about this is you can go ahead in here and just hit play.
Check 1 2 1 2.
And it'll play straight through, but you can also
Check 1 2 1 2. This is your man Cleveland Terry. We are recording.
You can take what you've recorded and turn it into its own sample. Now, once you record all your samples, they don't disappear. Normally speaking, if you're in like an Ableton or something and you record a sample and you record a vocal or whatever, they're gonna stay in that one system. They're gonna stay in that one file. This puts it into your library. So if you head over to audio samples and you go to recordings, all the recordings you've done already.
Check 1, check 2, check. Check 1 2 1 2. This is your man Cleveland Terry.
They're all stored in the system. So if you got a nice saying, if you've done something that is really, really cool that you want to continue to use throughout your music, like you got a catchphrase or whatever, it's always there. And then you can go back, you can take that in, you can retool it, you can flip it, you can do whatever you want. That's so cool. If you guys haven't looked at Serato Studio yet, you need to take a look. You need to take a look. It's very, very impressive. All right, guys, that's it for me today. If you found what I did here useful, hit that like button. If you found what I did here really useful, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on the Instagrams and the Twitters. Also get on my Discord, because that's where we're talking about all things Cleveland Terry. Ladies, gents, always a pleasure. If I don't talk to you later, we'll talk soon. Peace.